Behind the Tigers News. I'm Kennedy Lamb. Thanks for joining us for our last show of 2015 and for the news we've been following for you. Governor Andrew Cuomo says he's issuing conditional pardons for about 10,000 former juvenile offenders who won't have to disclose convictions on employment, credit, or other applications. The New York State Democrat says offenders with misdemeanor and nonviolent felony convictions at age 16 or 17 will get pardons after a decade with no subsequent crimes. Cuomo said most of the cases are drug-related. He said young people that make mistakes shouldn't mean lifelong hardships. The Raise the Age campaign, which likes Cuomo advocates raising the age of criminal responsibility in New York from 16 to 18, says he took a critical step in improving access to education, employment, and housing.
16 and 17-year-olds going into a state facility that has older, violent criminals is not a good mix.
The United States government on Monday overturned its 30-year ban on blood donations by gay men. The Food and Drug Administration said its decision to reverse the policy was based on an examination of the latest science, which shows that an indefinite ban is not necessary to prevent the transmission of HIV, the virus that causes AIDS. The move brings the United States in line with countries such as the United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand, which had also 12 months deferment periods. The price of gasoline nationwide keeps dropping. The average price of regular gas fell 4 cents in the past 2 weeks to $2.06 per gallon. That's the lowest price since April 2009. But the price tracking website GasBuddy.com says the average has dropped to $1.99 per gallon, the first time it's been below $2 since March of 2009. Prices have dropped because supplies are strong and demand hasn't been huge. Gas has fallen below $2 in 30 states, and more than 2/3 of the U.S. gas stations are selling at $1.99 per gallon or less, according to GasBuddy. The website says the national average could bottom out at $1.85 before rising in the spring as demand rises and refineries shift to federally required summer gasoline blends. The Colombian contestant was already wearing this year's Miss Universe crown when host Steve Harvey returned on live television that he had mistakenly read from a cue card and that the contestant from the Philippines was actually this year's winner. In the following moments, the crown was removed and placed on the mystified head of Pia Alonso of the Philippines. Other contestants rushed to console Adriana Gutierrez Arelvo of Colombia, and a sheepish Harvey felt compelled to apologize on Twitter and to reporters assembled backstage. Harvey said it was his mistake, that he would not take responsibility for not correctly reading the card, which said that Workbox was this year's winner and Colombia was actually the first runner-up. As expected, The Force Awakens has achieved an historic opening weekend, toppling box office records like Ewoks knocking over AT-STs. The latest Star Wars movie scored an estimated $238 million from opening weekend tickets in the United States alone, beating the previous highest domestic opening weekend total of $208.8 million set by Jurassic World earlier this year. It also netted the records for biggest single-day opening, the fastest movie to gross $100 million, taking only 1 day to achieve that feat, and helped set a new record for the most money ever taken in a U.S. movie theaters in a single weekend. The movie has yet to open in China. In addition to its domestic total, Disney reports that The Force Awakens earned more than $279 million from the international market, giving the movie a worldwide opening a total of $517 million. That figure still lags slightly behind the best ever opening, held at Jurassic World at $524.9 million. But there's still time for the final confirmed numbers to push Star Wars over the top. Today's odd news of the day could have had a tragic ending. A Boy Scout leader was pulled into a cave by a bear, but beat the animal away with a rock hammer, authorities in northern New Jersey have said. Christopher Petronio and 3 other scouts were hiking at Split Rock Reservoir on Sunday afternoon when he stopped to show the boys a cave, NJ.com reported. He dipped into a small crevice leading to it, and the bear grabbed him by the foot and yanked him inside. It began biting his legs and shoulders, and Petronio fought it off. The 3 fellow scouts helped him and then called for help. Today may be the first full day of winter, but you may not know it by looking at the weather. With the forecast, here's Brianna.
After some lake effects, snow gave some of us some hope of a white Christmas. All hope have been dashed by a forecast complete with record high temperatures. A warm front, the leading edge of a southerly air, is headed our way today. With lots of clouds and showers, highs should reach 50. Even warmer air comes in for Wednesday, with high temperatures reaching 57. The day will be cloudy and wet, especially later in the day. Christmas Eve, even warmer air comes in. Actually, the record-breaking temperatures are expected. We're going to see temperatures on December 24th in the mid-60s. By the end of the day, temperatures will start to fall back as an approaching cold front looks to make its way into our area. Christmas Day, we're still way above normal with highs in the upper 40s. No snow, but it's still a good day. Have a good holiday. I'm Brianna.
With a look at sports, here's Abby.
Despite Kendra Harder's 20 points, Mexico basketball fell short to league rival Fulton 41-37 on Monday night. Down 8 at halftime, the Lady Tigers outscored Fulton 20-15 to open the second half to get back in the game. The team hosts its holiday tournament beginning December 28th. The boys basketball team takes on Fulton tonight at the Jack Proud Gymnasium with a 7 p.m. tip. They'll participate in the Pulaski Holiday Tournament on December 28th and 29th. The swimming and diving team has their biggest meet of the year this afternoon when it hosts JD. First race is scheduled for 5 p.m. Mexico Wrestling, fresh off its second-place finish last weekend at the prestigious Indian River Tournament, will head to Fulton next Monday and Tuesday for the Red Raider Tournament. Many of Section 3's best wrestlers are competing. The NFL on Monday suspended Odell Beckham Jr. for next weekend's visit to Minnesota for his conduct against Carolina, when he drew 3 personal foul penalties. The league cited, quote, multiple violations of safety-related playing rules. Beckham appealed the decision. Without Beckham, the Giants would be missing their best offensive weapon as they try to stay alive in the NFC East race. That's it for sports. Have a great holiday. I'm Abby Garrett.
That's it for us this year. On behalf of the staff of Eye on the Tigers News, we want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Years. For our What We're Saying segment, we asked several people what they're looking forward to as the holiday season approaches.
I'm excited to go to everybody in my family's houses. My cousins are coming up from out of state, and it'll be nice to see everybody and get together as a family.
Over the holidays, I will be going to a Christmas Eve service and then be singing a few songs at my church. And then after that, my family is going to meet up at my house, and we are going to eat some dinner and open presents. And then on Christmas Day, we are going to visit family down in Sumter, South Carolina. And then we're just going to stay down there until New Year's.
I'm excited for the winter holidays because it'll give me time to catch up with all my family, because although they live around town, I normally don't get to see them. And it'll also give me time to catch up on my homework and sleep, which is a big thing because it's been hard to transition from middle school to high school. So I'm excited for this break for those reasons.
I am excited for Christmas because I get to see all my family that come up for the holidays, and it's going to be super fun.
I'm excited for Christmas because it's a time where I get to spend time with my family, and we all come together and we all put our differences aside, and we all come and eat and just enjoy our time with each other. That's pretty much why I enjoy Christmas.